Okay, so today we're going to be working in Photoshop and Dreamweaver. I'm going to be creating rollover menus that will start in Photoshop and will end in Dreamweaver, where we'll add the rollover effect. This is, I guess, a late beginner, early intermediate lesson, so I've already set up some of the drawing. When I open Photoshop, went to New, did a width of 900 pixels, a height of 100, resolution 72, RGB. So you can see that's how I started it, and then I created our background in black and in white, and then a different color of each of the names for the menu. I did leave one, and I'm going to tell you how to do. I would do an Alt click to copy it, and I'm going to change this name to black. I'm going to choose the text tool. I'm going to change the color to black, and then I'm going to turn that off. We created each of these different layers because we're going to do layer states, one that will be normal and one that will be a rollover state, so that when we export our slices, we'll have each image that we need easily created in Photoshop, and we can use it in Dreamweaver. So I'm going to delete this layer comp. I'm going to start a new one. Let's just call it normal. We'll leave visibility, position, and appearance the same. And so this is our normal layer. So then we'll turn all the white stuff off. Turn our white background on with our black text. And you can do this however you want. It's just really to give you an idea of how this works. And we're going to add a new layer comp. Let's call it rollover. So we can switch between those so that we can easily make our slices. So let's go back to normal. And then once we have this created, we have our menu. I'm going to go over to our slice tool, pick that, and let's just make our slices the way we think we need them. And you can adjust these after you slice it, so it's not a big deal to have it perfect right here. So let's make all of our slices. And let's go through. Underneath here there's a slice select tool, so we can select that, zoom in so you can see what you're doing, and we can get these to, once that disappears, that means they've met up. Sometimes it's hard to get them to actually do that. There we go. Get this one to meet up. If you have a tablet, I would recommend using that for any of your Photoshop work. It just makes this stuff a lot easier to do. So keep adjusting these until they're all lined up. Basically, you don't want any extra slices, so you need to cover the whole menu. So now you can see that they're numbered sequentially, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means we have all of our slices made. Let's just save this to the desktop. And with the same select tool, double click on each slice. And just to make it easy, I name all the slices according to what they are. So that's the about, contact, That'll just make it easier when you go to export. So now we've basically got everything set up the way we need it to make it go to Dreamweaver. We're going to keep our layer state set to normal, and we'll go to File, Save for Web and Devices. You can sort of choose whatever you want here. Kind of look at the size to determine the quality. I mean, we can go to 100 and it's only a 3.9 kilobyte file. So make sure all of your slices are selected. You hit save. Your menu will come up. Now we want to save HTML and images. We can go to the settings, other, then go to saving files. So we've got, this will just be our regular slice. We'll add a rollover on our other one, but we'll get to that. So with all this set, you can choose what folder you want to put it in. It's going to put it in a folder contained wherever you're saving your optimized file. Its images is usually fine for me. You can call it menu HTML, index HTML, whatever you want to. Hit save. So then if you go out to your desktop, go under images, you can see that it made a cut of all of them. We must have had one extra slice hidden in there. And if you open it up, see that your menu is there. So let's minimize that, go back to Photoshop, and let's do our rollover state, and we'll do save for web and devices again. Make sure we have all of our slices selected. Hit save, HTML and images, and then go back to here. Go to saving files. You're going to just hit underscore rollover. And that's just going to append that on to the end so it's easier to find in your folder. And you hit OK. So you save your HTML. Actually, you only need to save your images on this one because you already have your HTML created. And so hit save. If you go back to our folder, within images, you'll have all of the different images that you need. And you can see programs rollover. So now we can go over to Dreamweaver. Let's just define a new site for this. We'll call it menu example. And we'll go back to the desktop to our same folder. Select that. I usually put a new folder in, call it site, so that you sort of have a root folder. And so everything's set there. And so we're done with that. With this, we're going to add oh, we actually don't need a new folder, sorry. A lot of times I'll just go back out here and add my HTML and images to the folder that's saved wherever on the desktop. When you hit refresh, they're there. So when you open this up, you can see it comes in as a table, which isn't always ideal. Most people will recommend a CSS layout, but this actually gives a pretty good rollover effect. So to make your rollover, it's pretty easy. I just delete each one of these out and insert an image object, rollover image. So then I browse for the original, which here would be home, and then I browse for a rollover image, home rollover, and you can call this home. I don't always fill this out, so apologize to the blind people of the world, but my alternate text field does get left neglected. And delete out that rollover image. Let's call it about. We'll browse about, and we'll put our about rollover in. Get contact out of there. Call it contact. Browse. Get contact image. Get our contact rollover image. Okay. And this isn't the most exciting part, but I want to have it complete. Rollover image. Can't remember which one that was. Programs, I think. Okay. So we'll call that programs. And we'll get a programs rollover. If you just start typing it in there, it'll find it in the folder. And then last but not least, let's get insert image objects, rollover image, articles, and have an articles there, articles rollover, hit OK, save this, we'll go to our folder. If you open up your HTML, there's your rollover. Now I'll have another lesson of how to actually connect these to pages at another time. That's it for today. If you want to find some other stuff, I have a website at www.kleinsolutions.com. So check it out. There's other stuff on there. I like to program in C#, Java, VB.NET, HTML, XHTML, and then all of the Adobe, Flash, Dreamweaver, Illustrator, Photoshop. So if you want to look for tips or if you want to drop by and leave a comment, feel free. Thanks.